Do you ever find yourself looking ahead and wondering, truly wondering, what life really holds when you reach your 80s and beyond? It's a time many of us aspire to reach, a landmark of a long life lived. We picture peaceful days, surrounded by loved ones, perhaps enjoying hobbies we didn't have time for before. But the truth, the slightly uncomfortable truth that often goes unspoken, is that life after 80, while potentially rich and rewarding, also presents its own unique set of stark realities. Ignoring these realities doesn't make them disappear. Understanding them, however, can empower us to navigate this phase with greater strength, resilience, and even joy. It's not about dwelling on the negatives, but about being prepared and finding the light within the shadows. In this conversation, we're going to gently unpack 6 of these often overlooked realities about life after 80, not to scare you, but to arm you with awareness and perhaps a new perspective on how to approach these years. Stick with me until the very end, because there's something we'll discuss that might truly surprise you about finding happiness and meaning in this advanced stage of life. So, let's begin by looking honestly at what can change as we step further into our senior years, specifically beyond 80. One of the most significant and undeniable realities is the simple, yet profound, truth of increased physical frailty and the more frequent appearance of health challenges. Up to this point, many of us have managed reasonably well, perhaps dealing with a chronic condition or two, but generally maintaining a decent level of independence and mobility. After 80, however, even the simplest tasks can become harder. Stairs become Everest. Opening jars requires real effort, and that walk around the block might feel like a marathon. Falls become a much greater concern, not just for the immediate injury, but for the cascade of complications they can trigger. Multiple health conditions often coexist, meaning managing your health becomes a complex balancing act involving multiple doctors, medications, and appointments. The energy levels you once took for granted are likely lower, making it harder to bounce back from illness or even just a busy day. This isn't about becoming helpless. It's about acknowledging that the physical machine has more miles on it. What does this mean in practical terms? It means prioritizing your remaining physical capacity. It means working with your body, not against it. This might involve adapting your home to be safer. Think grab bars, better lighting, removing tripping hazards. It means being diligent with your medical care, asking questions, and understanding your conditions. It means finding ways to stay as active as possible within your limits. Perhaps gentle exercises, chair yoga, or simply walking shorter distances more frequently. It also means being realistic about what you can and cannot do, and not being afraid to ask for help when you need it. There's strength in knowing your limits and seeking support. Another stark reality that often hits hard after 80 is the significant shrinking of one's social circle. This isn't a reflection on you. It's a byproduct of living a long life. Sadly, as the years pass, you're more likely to experience the loss of friends, siblings, and even some younger relatives. People move away. Health issues make socializing difficult for others. And simply put, the pool of contemporaries gets smaller. The regular bridge game might dwindle. The familiar faces at church or the community center might be fewer, and the phone calls you used to rely on might decrease. This can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness, which are incredibly detrimental to both mental and physical health. We are social creatures, and connection is vital at every age. So, how do you navigate this difficult terrain? It requires conscious effort and often a willingness to step outside your comfort zone. It might mean actively seeking out new connections, perhaps through senior centers, hobby groups, volunteer opportunities, or even online communities designed for older adults. It means nurturing the relationships you still have with tremendous care, making that phone call, writing that letter, accepting that invitation even if you don't feel entirely up to it. It also involves finding alternative sources of connection, whether it's building relationships with younger family members, engaging with neighbors, or even finding comfort and companionship in pets. The silence in the house can feel deafening sometimes, but reaching out, even in small ways, can make a world of difference. It's about adapting how you connect, not giving up on connection altogether. The third reality we often face more acutely after 80 is the potential for increased financial constraints, or, at the very least, a more complex financial picture. Retirement income might feel fixed or less substantial than you hoped. And the rising cost of living, particularly healthcare expenses, can put a significant strain on your budget. Medications, doctor visits, potential in-home care or assisted living, these costs can add up rapidly and unpredictably. Concerns about outliving savings, managing inheritances or lack thereof, and navigating complex benefit systems become more pressing. It's a time when financial security, or the lack of it, can profoundly impact your quality of life and your ability to access the support you might need. What can be done? It's never too late to get a clear picture of your financial situation. This might involve sitting down with a trusted financial advisor who understands the complexities of retirement and elder care costs, or simply organizing your finances and creating a realistic budget. Explore what benefits and assistance programs are available to you, both government and local. There's often help you might not know about. Be mindful of scams targeting seniors, which are unfortunately rampant. Discussing finances openly with trusted family members, if possible, can also provide peace of mind and practical support. While it might feel daunting, facing your financial reality head-on allows you to make informed decisions and plan for potential future needs. Rather than being caught unprepared, it's about managing what you have wisely and exploring all available resources to ensure your financial well-being supports your overall health and happiness. These first three realities, increasing physical challenges, shrinking social circles, and financial complexities, are significant adjustments. But understanding them is the first step towards finding ways to navigate them successfully and maintain a fulfilling life. Moving on in our honest look at life after 80, another reality that becomes increasingly present is the potential for loss of independence. For many, this is one of the most challenging aspects to confront. We've spent a lifetime making our own decisions, setting our own schedules, and managing our own affairs. The thought of needing help with daily tasks, dressing, bathing, cooking, or even just getting around, can feel like a profound loss of self and dignity. Losing the ability to drive, which is often a symbol of freedom and autonomy, can feel particularly isolating. Having to rely on others, whether family, friends, or paid caregivers, requires a significant adjustment in mindset and can be emotionally difficult for everyone involved. This reality isn't about giving up. It's about finding ways to maintain as much autonomy and control as possible while accepting necessary support. How do you approach this planning ahead is key. Discuss your preferences and wishes with your family while you are still able to articulate them clearly. Things like where you'd prefer to live if you can no longer manage your current home, your preferences for care, and how you want your affairs handled. Exploring options like home modifications, technology that assists with daily living, or local transportation services can help maintain independence for longer. It also involves cultivating patience and acceptance, both for yourself and for those who are trying to help you. Accepting help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a practical necessity that allows you to continue living safely and comfortably. Framing it not as a loss of independence, but as a transition in how you maintain your well-being can shift the perspective. It's about adapting, finding new ways to do things, and focusing on the aspects of life you can still control and enjoy, even if some daily tasks require assistance. The fifth harsh reality, one that casts a long shadow, is the increasing confrontation with mortality and thinking about one's legacy. As you reach your 80s, the awareness of finite time becomes more acute. Funerals of peers become more frequent, and conversations naturally drift towards end-of-life matters. This isn't necessarily morbid. It's a natural part of the human experience, but it can be emotionally challenging. Thinking about what you leave behind, not just material possessions, but your impact on the world, your family, and your community, becomes more pressing. Concerns about wrapping up affairs, ensuring your wishes are known regarding healthcare and property, and finding peace with your life's journey become central. This period offers a unique opportunity for reflection, reconciliation, and purposeful living. How can you navigate this? It involves open communication. Talking with loved ones about your wishes regarding healthcare, like advance directives or living wills and your estate, can alleviate anxiety for everyone involved and ensure your preferences are respected. It's also a time for life review, reflecting on your experiences, accomplishments, regrets, and lessons learned. This can be a deeply therapeutic process, whether done through journaling, talking with a trusted confidant, or even writing your memoirs. Focusing on legacy isn't just about material things. It's about the stories you share, the values you've passed down, and the love you've given. It's about finding meaning and purpose in the present moment, cherishing the time you have, and perhaps focusing on contributing to others in ways that feel significant to you now. Whether through sharing wisdom, volunteering, or simply being a loving presence in the lives of others. Confronting mortality isn't about fearing death. It's about learning to live more fully and meaningfully with the time you have left. Finally, the sixth reality, one that can feel surprisingly challenging, is the difficulty in adapting to the rapid pace of technological and societal change. The world today is vastly different from the world many of us grew up in, and even the world of just a decade or two ago. Technology evolves at lightning speed. Smartphones, tablets, constant software updates, online banking, social media, video calls. It can feel overwhelming and leave you feeling left behind. Societal norms, language, and cultural references shift, sometimes making it feel harder to connect with younger generations or even understand current events. This constant flux can create a sense of displacement or irrelevance if you're not actively engaging with it. How can you approach this? It requires a willingness to learn and adapt. Don't be afraid of technology. See it as a tool that can enhance your life. Many community centers and libraries offer free classes or one-on-one help for seniors wanting to learn about computers, smartphones, or the internet. Ask a patient family member or friend for help. These tools can help you stay connected with loved ones who live far away. Manage your finances more easily. Access information, and even discover new forms of entertainment and learning. When it comes to societal changes, maintain curiosity. Engage in conversations with younger people. Ask questions. Read different perspectives. You don't have to agree with everything, but understanding helps bridge gaps and prevents feelings of being completely out of touch. This reality isn't about becoming a tech guru or agreeing with every new trend. It's about maintaining an open mind and finding ways to engage with the modern world in ways that are comfortable and beneficial to you. Staying curious and connected to the present keeps you vibrant and relevant. These 6 realities, increasing frailty, shrinking social circles, financial complexities, potential loss of independence, confronting mortality, and adapting to change, are indeed harsh in their potential impact. But acknowledging them is powerful. We've looked at 6 challenging realities that often come into sharper focus after the age of 80, navigating increased physical frailty, coping with a shrinking social circle, managing potentially complex finances, adapting to a possible loss of independence, confronting mortality and legacy, and dealing with rapid technological and societal change. It's easy to hear these things and feel a sense of dread or sadness. And yes, there will be moments that are difficult. There will be losses, frustrations, and limitations. But understanding these possibilities is not about accepting a bleak future. It's about gaining clarity so you can approach this stage of life with eyes wide open and a proactive spirit. It's about recognizing the hurdles so you can better prepare to clear them. or at least find ways to navigate around them. Remember how we talked about each of these points, whether it was finding ways to stay active within your limits, actively seeking new connections, getting a handle on your finances, planning for potential care needs, having open conversations about your wishes, or embracing technology and staying curious about the world. Every single one of these harsh realities comes with opportunities for resilience, adaptation, and continued growth. Increased frailty pushes you to appreciate the small victories and find joy in simple movements. Shrinking social circles encourage you to deepen existing bonds and be brave enough to form new ones. Perhaps finding connection in unexpected places. Financial challenges can foster resourcefulness and the wisdom of simple living. Facing potential loss of independence can strengthen your appreciation for the support of others and highlight the importance of community. Confronting mortality can lead to profound introspection, finding peace, and living with greater intention and gratitude, and adapting to change keeps your mind sharp and helps you connect across generations. The secret I mentioned earlier, the thing that might surprise you, isn't some magical cure for aging or a way to avoid these realities altogether. The surprising truth is this happiness and meaning after 80 often come less from avoiding the difficulties and more from how you respond to them. It comes from cultivating inner resilience, focusing on what you can still do rather than what you can't, finding joy in the small everyday moments, nurturing your relationships fiercely, continuing to learn and be curious, and maintaining a sense of purpose. Whatever that looks like for you now, purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as tending a small garden, reading to a grandchild, volunteering a few hours, or simply offering a listening ear to a neighbor. The harsh realities are real, but they are only part of the story. The other, more powerful part, is your capacity for strength, love, wisdom, and finding beauty in the present moment. It's a journey, this stage of life, with its own unique landscape of challenges and incredible rewards. Don't shy away from the tough bits, but don't let them define you either. Focus on building your resilience, nurturing your connections, and finding moments of joy every single day. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What realities have you faced, or are you anticipating as you or a loved one have moved into or approached your 80s? What strategies have you found helpful in navigating these years? Share your experiences and wisdom in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly valuable to others watching. If you found this conversation helpful, or if it gave you something to think about, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and lets me know I'm providing content that resonates with you. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss future videos where we explore all aspects of living a fulfilling and vibrant life at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, life after 80 is a testament to your strength and endurance. Embrace it, prepare for it, and live your best life. Right now, at every age.